I could totally use the tiller for this, but honestly I don't want to get it out, put gas in it, and crank it up just for this little bitty spot. So I'm not going to do that today. Oh no, I chopped it a little bit. It's still alive though. Yeah, let's move you out of the way. So for collard greens, I just picked up some seeds from Walmart. It really doesn't matter what variety I buy. I always seem to have good luck with collard greens and mustard greens. They seem to come up kind of like a weed. The only thing is I have to keep, other grass and weeds from choking it out and stuff. And besides that, it usually seems to grow pretty well. So I wouldn't be too concerned about what variety you pick up at your local store like Walmart. I forgot to mention I'm going to plant these about 2 feet apart and about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch deep. It says on the back, so just follow your instructions. I think I want one about right here. So I'm going to drop some seeds. Cover that up. And I'm going to eyeball about 2 feet from here. So I'm going to say that's 1 foot, that's 2 foot right here. Just kind of lightly move some dirt away. Sprinkle a little bit of seeds in there. If I need to thin them out later, I will, but I don't think I've ever thinned out collard greens. I think it's just survival of the fittest, it seems. But if I notice I need to thin them out because they're not doing well, I'll do that. I just found a piece of old plate. This house is from 1893, so every time I dig somewhere new, or even in the same spot, I always find pieces of something. Like this is an old, looks like ceramic or porcelain plate or cup, I'm not sure, but it's so cool just to think about what it might have been. Just gonna do one more area. I think 3 locations is enough in this small spot, and that would be plenty for just us and to give the rest our chickens. So, and of course if I have any extra, I'll probably sell those. All right, that's done. Oh yeah, I forgot. Don't forget to water them in. It rained yesterday, but you want to water in your seeds so they get all settled and snug in their new home. I plant the rest of my pansies, which I put in here yesterday because I was running out of space. Yesterday I went ahead and started some more tomatoes and basil, jalapeno, stuff like that. These are the same pansies that's been growing since October. The temperature in here right now is 63. There's no sunshine shining on this, so I plan to move these because they're going to need a lot more sunshine. This area does get sunshine, but it's only like 4 or 5 hours of the day right now, and that's just not enough. I just moved these from inside to outside. Some calendula, chamomile, basil, some more tomatoes, and I think they didn't care too much for the soil mix. They're not doing as good, but I moved them outside to see if maybe they'll do better with some sunshine. The cabbage did really well inside, and it could be that most of these like, lots of sunshine and heat, which the office where I'm growing it with a grow light right now has plenty of heat and a grow light, but maybe it wasn't enough light for those at the top since they are warm season crops. And these are the cabbage that I'm going to get out today. And I'm just going to transplant the bigger ones today and save the little ones and just stagger those and plant those in a couple of weeks. So I'm not harvesting all my cabbage at once. So like I said, pansies are annuals, so they're short-lived and they like the cooler weather, so they will die back as soon as it starts getting hot. For now, while the oregano is small, I can go ahead and fill this in with pansies and just make it beautiful for temporarily while this is growing. And since I went ahead and grew these as an experiment, I might as well use them. Okay, I'm really liking the height of this bed. Where did that come from? Oh, the oregano. Yes, I did not start this oregano from seed. I bought it last year. Oh, if you're wondering what these are, this is for frost cloth for the winter. So these are Mediterranean herbs and they do well here, but they don't like too much of a frost or ice, too much cold. They can handle, you know, temperatures pretty low, but I want them to come back year after year because they're perennials if they're treated well in their environment. If this isn't exactly the perfect environment for them, so I will put a frost cloth over them on the really cold days in the winter to protect them so they'll come back year after year. I have to say this was fun, and I like that there's more green going on as the culinary herbs like the sage and oregano and thyme is starting to come in. So I will get a nice pop of color while I wait on these herbs to come in.